Hello everyone. Are you guys ready for today's class? Just I want everyone to be active enough. So good evening everyone. So if you guys are ready for today's class, just reply ready in the chat so that we can start right now. Just let me know in the chat. Shall we start? Yes, all right. Sure. So in today's class, we'll be learning more about inline and block level elements, and then we'll be building a nav bar, navigation bar. All right. Then after that, we'll be learning about images, videos, and all stuffs. All right, clear? Are you guys excited? Yes, no? Just let me know in the chat. So first, I will be starting with the yes. First, I will be starting with the explaining you a difference between the block level elements and the inline elements. Does anyone know the difference between block level and inline elements? Anyone? Can anyone say? Just let me know in the chat. Yes, no. Let me open day one. In day one, all right, we created 3 paragraphs, right? 1, 2, 3, and headers. All right. All right. So, we'll be learning what is these paragraphs is a, you can say, a block level element, and the links which we create, the a tag, is a inline element. Let's know the difference between all those things. All right. Let me share the browser first. Just give me a minute. All right. Can you see? Is the browser visible to everyone? Yes, no, just let me know in the chat. Is it visible to everyone? The text? Yes, no. Just let me know. So you can see this paragraph is a block level element. All right. These all paragraph are block level element. Let's know more about what is a block level and difference between what is the inline element. We can say before, you can see in the form while I am writing the input box, the next input box is coming at the end of the first input box. Those are, you can say, those are inline. After the end of the first, the second starts. They are these type of elements are called inline elements. But block level elements are like in a box model. They follow a box model, and they have the new element, the block level element, starts in a next line, you can say. They do not start one after the other. every new element take the whole width and they start at the very next line. All right. So to give you a more idea on it, let me open the inspect element mode. You can just open this mode by simply pressing Ctrl Shift I in your browser. If you are using Microsoft Firefox, you can just open like that. Currently I'm using Firefox Developer Edition, and this is the view. All right. You can see at the very right side here, if I if I select, click on the very left side, here is the element selector. You can say click here, click, and let me click on the this paragraph. All right, and you can see in this box at the layout at the very right side there is a box. All right, since I selected, it said me this box is of width to 826 pixels and 93.3333 of height. All right, this is the width and height of the box, and by default this box do not have padding, border and margin. What is padding? Padding, you can say the gap between the border at the very border and the element. All right, if you want to create a space like here, yesterday, after adding the border, the text was very close to the element. All right, let me select here. You can see for that I have added a padding of 20 pixels. That's why you can see when I hover my mouse over the padding, you can see there is a blue color mark over here. This space is a padding space. All right, I can manipulate but here, but this is for the testing purpose. All right, by changing this value you can see there is an increase in the top padding. If I increase this value, there is an increase in the left padding. If I increase this value, there is an increase in the right padding. All right, this is for the testing purpose. All right, this is all about padding the space between your like you can say your border and your main element. All right, by changing this you can manipulate the padding, but this will not affect your final code. All right, this is just for your understanding and just for the testing purpose. And then comes the border. All right, yesterday we added a border to the paragraph. Is a border visible? You can say this green dashed line. All right, we added a border which is dashed. All right, you can see here in the CSS part is also visible the border 5 pixels, color is green and it is dashed. If I change this to solid, you can see that solid border comes right here in the screen. All right, there are different types of border. Just for now, let's understand about the solid and the dashed one. All right, after the border the spaces, if you want to increase the border width, all right, you can say this is top, bottom, left. All right, bottom. By manipulating this here you can see when I added a border width, you can say a new rule comes up: border top width. All right, border left width. I manipulated the left width to 13 pixels and a new rule comes up in the element. All right, so this is all about border and padding. And next comes is margin. So previously this element had a 16 pixels of margin, top margin. All right, so what it is the distance between the like element above it. So this is a, like a created distance between like I want to create a distance between these two paragraph. So I added a margin, top margin in the second paragraph. All right, so this is how you can manipulate the margin. There are also different ways to adding spaces, but to give you an example about margin I have done that. All right, so this way if I manipulate this, if I want to add like a top margin left, by adding a rule margin left, you can change the margin for the left. If you want to change the margin overall, just by writing simple margin and the value, you can change the margin. So this is, you can say, the overall this model is called as box model. All right, in this box model, this central part, you can say the blue part, this is the main element, this is the padding, this is the border, green part, and you can see the light green highlight, you can see the highlight in the light green, this is the margin. All right, here I don't have any left margin, only I have the top margin. You can see the blue highlight is been marked so that this is the margin space. So this way you can also use this inspect element to test, like where you made mistakes, and where you are facing issue in the code and all the stuffs. All right, is it clear, everyone? The box model, the margin, what is border, what is margin, what is padding, what is the main element. Is it clear? Just reply clear in the chat if you guys are clear. This is the main element, this is the padding, this is the border, and this is margin. I think all right, clear. All right, very good. So, so now we are done with the margin. So let's start with a with navigation bar. All right. So how to do a navigation bar? Let me share a VS Code. Does anyone know? Does anyone have any idea how to create a navigation bar? Can anyone say me in the chat? Have anyone tried ever creating a navigation bar? No idea. All right, I will be saying. Anyone ever tried like creating a navigation bar? Okay, using flexboxing. Okay, very good. Anyone? All right. So today also we'll be using the basic flexboxing, and to we'll be drawing a basic navigation bar. All right. So how to do a basic navigation bar only with the just 4 and 5 menu items. Will not be doing drop down things. We'll be only showcasing the menu items in the navigation bar for today's class. All right. So are you guys ready? Just reply ready in the chat if you guys are ready to start. All right. So I have pressed on the new file here to create a new file. Let me uh, rename it as a web page .html presenter, and a new page pops up. All right. So there is a thing called boilerplate, or you can say your minimal code also comes up. Since we have added extensions and all the stuffs, just by simply clicking on exclamation and press enter, this minimal code pops up. You can say the boilerplate for HTML pops up in our screen. All right. We don't need these stuff, so for now we'll be ignoring this. All right. Just click on exclamation and press enter, and this is a shortcut for VS Code to start with the basic code. All right, you don't need to write every time this HTML made head, body, and all the stuffs. Just by clicking on exclamation and press enter, you can just land up to this minimal code. All right, is it exciting? Is it new for you? And just give it a try. Let me rename it as a web page also. Let me rename the title, and let's start with the body. All right, so we have a HTML, we have a doc type, we have a HTML which is language English, header tag, we have a header tag, and the title tag as web page title name, then body, then HTML. All right, now let's start with the navigation thing. So there is a tag division div. All right, for division. All right, we'll be using that. We'll be creating a division you will be using a div tag to wrap all our navigators. All right, so you can say this as a, give it a class as wrapper to wrap all our content inside this. All right, then there is a tag for navigation. All right, there is a tag for navigation which is called as a nav. All right, so we will be using the navigation as nav. All right, this is used for creating navigation also, you can say. Is that clear? All right, inside the navigation we'll be creating a unordered list. All right, So for this example, we will be using the unordered list to create different, like you can say home, about us, all in the unordered list format. All right, we will be using unordered list. So what is the tag to use unordered list? Does anyone remember? I have explained in the previous class. Does anyone remember how to create unordered list? Just respond in the chat. What is the tag name for creating unordered list? I have already UL. All right, very good. So I will be using UL right now. All right, is it clear? Then we'll be creating the list of items inside the unordered list. What is the tag name for creating unordered list? Does anyone remember? All right, so how many of you have responded? Lokesha have responded. Vagyasri, very good. Akshita, good. Adil, good. Megha, all right, very good. So you guys remember. Very good. So now we have created a now we will be adding items to the list. All right. So for that we'll be using li. All right. First, inside li, so we want our list item to be clickable. So we'll be creating a hyperlink for the list. All right. To how to create a hyperlink, we'll be using this tag a. Then when you click on the link, where it will be going. All right. Let's say href, and here you need to write the URL. All right. Since I do not have any ID right now, for now I'll be using, for right, it will be reloading in the same page. All right, if I add this home, right, home, here you need to write the URL of the home page. All right, so this is for the home. Next we'll be creating another, right? So next, what you want to create? Let's create for, like, if you have any news. Let me create something for news in US, or you can say classes. Uh, you can create another list. Let me change this to also class. Right. Are you getting it? Just, if you guys are facing any issue in understanding this, just let me know right now, so that I can clear your doubt at a very initial stage. All right. Suppose about us. Right. And next thing you want, key contact us. All right. All right. Let's use all this only for right now. In today's class also, we will be like using the style sheet that we have done in the previous class. All right. So does anyone remember how to add, like how to create a link between this my HTML page and the CSS page? All right. If you use link, all right, to create a link, and then you said you write the type of it as text slash CSS. Then you create a relation between it. All right. What is the relation between it? As style sheet. If you will not link this page, your style won't work. All right. And use href, the path, like where my like file is present, style sheet is present. Save it. All right. Now we haven't added any you can say styles to our page. All right. So the next thing what I gonna do is open the style sheet, and now here in the style sheet, let me save it first. we'll be styling our navigation bar. Let's see without styling how our navigation bar looks. All right, let me open it to give it a view like without styling how it looks exactly. So this is, you can say, let me zoom it a bit. This is a type of view we have right now. But what happens is we do not need this underline. We do not need this bullet marks. What we want our navigation bar to be aligned one after the other. All right. These are basically block label. We want to make it in line. All right. You can use float, but in today's class we are using a advanced version of it. We can say flex board, a display type flex, which makes our like content in the web page more flexible, and we can manipulate the way we want. We have a like a more dynamic mode of like management to a page, give response, and it makes our page more responsive. All right, that's the benefit of it. Okay, how to create a link? Akshita is asking. Okay, let me share. Let me share the screen again so that you can understand. So in the previous class, I have created a style sheet page which is style.css. All right, in the previous class, and today's class I have made a page which is known as web page. All right, this is the create. To create a link, this is the link. Okay. Style sheet. This is a way you need to create a link. Just use the tag name link to create a link between your HTML page and CSS. All right. Then make the type of it as text slash CSS. This is, but this you can, if you do not like, if you forget to also add this, the linking will work, but it is always recommended to keep this type. All right. So here we are saying the type of page is text and CSS. All right. The relation which we are creating, which we have with the page is style sheet. That is a style sheet. All right. And this is href, the reference of the file we have. All right. So this is the path. Like we have a file. You can see there's a folder name as style. Inside that folder, there's a file as style.css. So this is the path style slash style.css and forward slash, since this is a self-closing tag, so we ended it using forward slash and greater than sign. Is it clear, Akshita, for you, or you want me to explain it? So this is how you create a link. Save it, and you can see. All right, very good. So this is how our page looks. But what we want is we want to remove these bullet marks, and we want to remove this, you can say, underlines from the our page, because this is not the actual format of like adding a, you can say, maneuver. So how to do that? Does anyone have any idea like how to do that? Can anyone say me in the chat how to do that? Let me share the screen to give you an example. All right. So now we'll be styling it. All right. So just give me a minute. Okay. Now we don't have any questions. All right. Let's start. Let's start with the styling. So we have a wrapper. Before going into wrapper, if you want there is a global selector. All right, which is known as star. This means this, if you add anything to the star, it will be applied overally to the document. This is a global declaration which you can say also. So by using star, what we are by we are saying, like previously you can see. Let me add a, let me add body and add a background color. Before adding any values, let me show you why I am adding that. All right, so that you will be having a more clarity upon it, like why I am adding those margin and padding. All right. So what I did is I have selected body and applied a background color chocolate to it. All right. Let me share the screen right now. Reload it. All right. You can see this is my body. So when I and let me add a background to this UL, the snap bar. How to do that? Okay, wrapper or nav. Let me add nav and add a background color as something else console. When you apply any element to the body, what happens? You can see there is a by default margin. Like we haven't applied any margin to this UL. All right. But by default, you can see there is a space between this UL and we have a by default padding and margin here right now. You can in the body and what we want our this the whole navigation bar to like cover whole width and it should not have any space at the very top and very left and right of the screen. All right, we do not want those spaces. All right, to but now it is appearing because we have a by default margin and padding in the whole body. All right, so to avoid to get rid of this, all right, well now I do not need body. To get rid of all those stuffs, I am declaring it globally that I do not need any margin, so I am setting the margin to 0 and all my elements do not will not have any will not have padding. So by default I am setting the margin and padding to 0. All right, let me add a and you can see save it. Let me share the screen and let's see if any changes appeared or not. You can see I have removed my body background, so you can see my element UL is covering the whole width of the screen. I have removed the body along with the background color so that you cannot see the orange color, but you can see there is a pale yellow color which I have added here. Let me zoom it a bit, and you can see now it covers the whole body right now of the screen. Is it clear, everyone? Can you see? Is it the thing which you want on the navigation bar? Okay, universal selector. Yes, the star is universal selector. Is it clear? Just respond clear if. All right, very good. Chalo. Now let me share the screen and before we proceed, all right. So if you want to get like this, since this is the last day, and you can see it is very difficult to cover the whole syllabus in a very shorter interval of time. All right. So that's why we have like PGP courses where in web development, we have in machine learning, we have in AI/ML, data science. We have a lot of options for you. Like you can enroll in all those PGP courses and get a like after enrolling you will also get hands-on training from mentors and you will be getting placement assistant things, and there are a lot of stuffs happening for you. You'll be like joining a community where you can talk with your fellow batchmates and ask your doubt, and you can communicate. And a live project also will be done along with the courses. All right, these are all the benefits which will be getting in the PGP courses. Let me show you a video right now to have a better clarity of it.
Hey, hi guys, this is Sai Kiran from LetsUpgrade, and I'm here today to congratulate you all guys for completing or like for pursuing our Essentials program in various fields what we do. And I want to tell that yes, this is amazing program what you're doing. But if you want to continue this learning and want to take your career to next level with a one-on-one personal mentorship, what we are not providing in Essentials, and also build real-time projects, then join our 6 months PGP full stack program in data science or AI/ML or web development in MERN stack or Python Django. That's it. Bye-bye.
All right, this is all about PGP courses, and these are all the benefits you will be getting. So since this is the last day, if you want to like enroll for these courses, the advanced courses, like you can use my coupon code PREETISH to get a massive discount of up to 4,000. All right. So these are all the benefits you will be getting along with a good discount. All right. Use my coupon code to get this massive discount in your courses. All right. So that's it. So let's start with the navigation bar. Let me start the code. So now let me, here we have a wrapper, class wrapper for this division. All right. So what I want this wrapper to take the whole width of my screen. All right. So for that, what is the thing I need to do? All right. Let me start from here. Wrapper. Suppose you want your element to cover the whole width of the screen. All right. Then we can use the width as 100%. And here, if you do not want to have a default margin and padding, you can set margin and padding to 0. It's not required, but I am saying like this is the way you can add margin and padding. All right. To the wrapper thing. If you haven't declared anything globally or all the stuffs. All right. So now we have a navigation bar. All right. With a background color. All right. Save it. Now let me give this a class. If you want to give it a class, you can give it a class like nav bar, right? So I am setting this I am giving a like a class to this navigation bar as nav bar, and let me change this. Instead of using nav bar, let me use the class name. So how to use the class name? I said before, dot class name. All right. So by using dot navbar, I am styling this element which is having the class navbar. All right, clear? So the next thing what we need to do is we need to remove those dots and underlines. All right, we don't want those dot and underlines in this whole list. So how to do that? Dot navbar. All right, we are selecting the class, and the class in the navbar, you can see here navbar, and where what we need to style the class containing ul. I want to style the class navbar class containing a child ul. I want to style this. So how to represent it? So I can represent by giving a space like navbar space ul, the ul present in the class navbar. All right. I want to style that. What I want to do the styling, like I want to add the list style type. All right. I want to add the list style type to none. What does this mean? This means that I want to like I do not want any by default and the default styles that we have. I do not want that. All right. I want to style it on my own way. I do not want. I'm by writing this. I'm saying that I do not want all those default styles. I want to style it by myself. All right. I do not want all your default styles that you have provided along with this. So this is by adding this. I am telling this to my browser. All right. Is it clear? Yes, no? why you are using list style type. All right, very good. So now let's proceed. Let's see, is it working or not first before proceeding. Let me show you the screen. Is it really working? And you can see my bullets are gone right now. I can also remove these underlines, which we'll be learning right now how to remove these underlines. All right. Now we have successfully removed these bullet marks. Now how to remove those underlines? These underlines are present because I have used the anchor tag, a tag. I have used the link. That's why the color are in blue. By default, the colors are in blue, and the text have underline in it. All right. So how to change this? All right. Let me see. Let me share the screen. You can see. Let me see first before writing the class. This navbar is present at navbar. Under navbar there is ul, then li, then a. All right. You can also write that navbar a or navbar ul li a. Navbar you can directly write a, but to if I want to specifically apply the a tags, all right, the anchor tags, which is present inside the navbar under li under ul, all right, to apply specifically in that way to that specific situation also, how you can write. Let me show you. Just open your style set here, dot navbar. Inside the navbar I'm writing under ul li a. All right, under that I do not want any decoration in the text. All right, I do not want this underlines, so I can remove it by applying the text decoration as none. Save it. Sorry, no any. Save it. Let me share the screen along with you and see the lines are gone. Clear? All right, sure. Let's proceed first. Now what I want is, the next thing I want to change this color from blue to, let's say, black or dark blue. All right, and I want to change this navbar color, background color, from console to like something cream, not sand, let's say golden rod. All right, save it. So this is what I did. I changed the background color of the navbar. All right, and I have done the text decoration as none to have a proper view of our text. All right. So the next thing I want to do is, just give me a minute. All right. So I want to add a space, a padding space. All right. For my list. Why I want, just miss. Let me show you. What is the requirement of it? All right. I want a space between this. All right. So I want to like the left space I want and a top space. All right, for that, between the text element and the border, all right, I want a space in between that. For that, there is a, we have seen that we have to use padding. All right, to give a space between the border and the element. So for that, let me add a padding to it. Padding, I do not want to apply like basically in the left, right, or top, bottom. I want to add a overall padding to my whole body. So let's say I need a padding of 10 pixels. See if it is working or not. reload it, you can see we have changed the color is changed, and we have got a padding of 10 pixels right now. Now I told you about block label, and I have told you about inline type of display. All right. By applying the display type to inline, the elements will be represented like you can see side by side. So then now we are what display type we will be learning is display type as flex. All right. So how to apply this display type as flex? So simply, if you want, I want the display type flex to be added. Just give me a minute. I want this display type flex to be added to my navigation bar. All right. So how to apply that? So simply here using display, and display type is flex. This is called as a flexible board. All right. It is this is basically used for responsive content, and there are different use cases of it, uh, which we will be learning. This navigation bar is one of the use case of it, like to make our mostly in responsive type of content thing, this flexbox are used. There are also different types of there is a grid type, there is inline, there is block, there are different type of values, but now which we'll be using for this particular navigation bar is flex. All right, is it clear? Like now you're using flex, just reply clear, so that clear. Is it clear till now? Yes, no? All right, chalo, very good. Now what, let's see if any changes appeared or not by applying the display type flex. Reload it, and you can see now the like you can say instead of now previously there are block type, every list are starting in the next line. Now by simply adding like flex, display type flex, you can see all are placed right one after the other. All right, is it clear? Is it interesting? Yes, no? Now I want this all these items to be present at the very right side. I do not want it to be left aligned. I want all the things to be aligned at the very right side of my screen. All right. So for that, there is a alignment uh, rule which you can apply. Simply right here, justify content. All right. At flex end. By writing this, your content will be shifted at the very end of this flex board. All right, at the very end it will be shifted to the very end of the flex. All right, just let me show you. Simply by writing justify content flex end, you can see everything shifted to the at the end of this flex, the display type flex. All right, clear? Is it visible to you, everyone? You can see it is shifted to the very right side of the screen. Next, if you want, you can change, like add a height to it, add a width. Lot of things can be done. Since we have a limited time, so that's the reason. So this is how a navigation bar is done. And if you want, you can set this display of this tag to block. Let me select this too. Sorry. So that this is a flex box, but these A tags are blocks. Right. By setting this, you can see the block level properties are applied to it. The padding and all the stuff. All right. Now the padding and all the stuffs, this you can say that are applied by converting this A tag to block level, because we have added a padding of 10 pixels and previously it was not applied since it was not a block level element. Now you can see By simply changing the display to block, we got a padding of 10 pixels at every side of at every side, left, right, top and bottom. In the middle you can see there is a lot of gap because we get a left padding of 10 pixel, and a here from home there is a right padding of 10 pixels, and from class there is a left padding of 10 pixels. So combinedly we are getting a 20 pixels gap approximately. All right. So this is how you can create. You can also create like multi-level you can say your navigation bar. You can add a title if you want at the very left. You can add logos and all the stuffs you can do. All right. So next thing which we will be learning today is adding like font families and images also. If we get time, we will be also learning about images. All right. Is it clear for now, everyone? Is it clear till now? All right. Very good. So now you are able to create a navigation bar. This basic navigation bar you can create, right? All right. Very good. Yes, if you can create, just let me. I can in the chat. Respond in the chat if you can create. Now, how many of you know about iframes? Does anyone know about iframes? Does anyone have any ideas of what is iframe? Let me know in the chat. Let me see how many of you know about. All right. I can see a lot of you can do. All right. Very good. Can anyone say in the chat section what is iframe? Combined two sides. All right. This is not exactly, but you can give it a try. Others, I want others to be active and say what is the use of it to embed other website. All right, you are getting closer. Iframe means opening. All right, very good. वीडियो के लिए यूज होते हैं. Yes. And other, can anyone say what is the use of iframe? All right, you are getting very closer to it. Okay, let me copy this. Let me copy this. Let me take a photo of the class live session. Just give me a minute. Let me share. So this is all about iframe. All right, you can see this. You can see this code, and now I will be explaining you what is the use of it. So you can start the iframe using this iframe, set a width of it, set a height of it, and set the source. So I will be explaining you all this and the use of it. All right, what is the use of it? Why we use iframes? All right. So the basically to like showcase a page within a page. All right, to showcase a page within a page, a website within a web page is basically is the one of the most used use case of this iframe. All right. So what I will be doing is for now I will be showing how to showcase a YouTube video, like how to what I will be doing. I will be taking the content from a YouTube page. Like I will be I will be selecting a link of a video, copy it. All right, just copy it and use it as a iframe inside my current web page. All right. So how to do that? Let me say share this with you. All right. Inside my current page, you can see now I have added this iframe. All right. So since we have less time, we have less 10 minutes, I'm completing faster. So if you have any doubt, just let me know in between. Just give me a pause. So now by using iframe, this is iframe. I'm setting the width of my iframe like this, like the page which will be showing in my current page should be of width for 20 pixel, and this is the attribute. It should be of height 300 pixels. And what is this src? This src is the source from where I will be taking the video from. All right, this is the source or the source link from where I will be using this video from. All right, and this is the link. This is the YouTube link of my video. All right, let me save it and see if it is working or not. Let me reload it. All right, so for this will work. Just give me a minute. Let me open this web page and live server. Okay, this will work. I'm having some, due to some security issues, it is not working right here. But this is how you can use iframe to you can use in if you can use your live server to like like view this video. All right, since what happened is by default I have blocked my using iframes in all my browser due to some security stuffs. All right, I have blocked the javascript, so that's why it is not working. But you can give this a try and embed the YouTube video, and if it is not working for you, just let me know. All right, so now the next thing we're gonna learn is, so since we have less time, so I'll be going very fast. So now what I'll be telling you is how to add a audio. All right, so this is how you add iframes. In iframes also you can like embed like Google Maps also. All right, I have given you an example of adding a video. You can embed Google Maps also. You can, what you can do is you can also embed like let me see, like let's upgrade page also. Let me give the access, temporary access. Suppose you want to load this Let's Upgrade website inside your web page also. You can also do that using. Let me show you. Let me share the screen. How you can do is you can just go to your. Just give me a minute. You can simply change the YouTube link to Let's Upgrade website link, and simply by writing that, we have a frame here, like we have an iframe right here in the screen, and here we are able to learn this. You can able to load this website of Let's Upgrade, and you can see the whole website is available and it is working. All right, we can access the community, you can access the login, everything you can do. Right, you can load a complete website in an iframe also. This is how it is done. So the next thing which we have here right now is audio. All right, suppose you want to add audio to your you can say file. All right, how to add a audio? So this is, you can add this audio file. You can have a control of play, pause, everything. You can have the whole control of it. So for now you need to have a audio file. So inside your current folder, I want everyone to create a folder. All right, let me create a folder. Let me show you. Let me share this VS Code page. So inside this, I have a folder audio, and I have a audio file inside it. All right, you can see. So how to add a audio is simply like this. I have marked here. You can say this is how you can add the audio. Let me add to the current page. Simply write the tag name as audio, then source of the audio. All right, so this is my source, like from where I'll be getting the audio. So this is inside this audio file, and the file name is animals.mp3. All right, that by simply using the tag name audio, I'm saying that I am using a audio. What is the source of my audio? Is audio slash mp3 animals.mp3, and it And by adding this, let me hover over it. Like you can see, if you are forgetting any attributes and you have written it, you can see this is to present. By adding this, we are saying that please show us additional controls in the audio. All right, you can see by hovering over it, like why this height is used. This is height of the frame in CSS pixels. Similarly, if you can do that. So this is why this controls is used. This is the source link, and let me save it. Let me open the browser. Just give me a minute. Currently, actually, I do not have any audio, I guess, along with me. Let me see. Currently, I do not have any audio files, I guess. All right. I do not have any audio files along with me, but you can place the audio file in that particular location and set the file name, and you are good to go. All right. And this is the path name. Like you can say if the file name is like your podcast, you can just write the podcast.mp3, and this audio will work. And remember, you will be using this .mp3. There are also different formats, but you can use .mp3. All right. So since mp3 is a like audio format, you can use it for loading, like playing the audio files. All right. So the next thing which you can learn today is adding videos. All right. So now what we'll be doing right now is we'll be learning about how to add videos. Similarly, it is very similar to like audio. So let me give you an example right now. Let me just give me a minute. So for that, you need to add video src. Oh, I am not sharing the screen. So this is the tag. So since we have less time, so instead of writing, I am showing you directly and explaining you. All right. So this is the tag video. This is the source of the video from where I'll be adding the video from. Since like in videos we have like thumbnails. All right, in YouTube videos we have thumbnails. You can also add a thumbnail to the video by adding posters. And this is the path, like inside the images folder. Why I have said, I haven't said that, I have said this before, and I am saying you right now also. For adding, you need to like separate all your audio, videos, your logos, all the files at the very initial stage. All right, so that you don't get confused at the very latter stage, and it makes your work more organized one. All right, so I need to keep this inside the images folder. This is my, like you can say, like my file name. Then we are setting a default width of it like 400 pixels, and we are setting it we are setting a height of it. Height of the video should be 300 pixels. If you want to add preload, like it will be loaded at a very initial, at the very like loading of the page, you can add controls it. If you want to loop at the end of, what is the use of this loop, like after ending of this video, your video will again start from the beginning. If you use loop at the end of the video, it will again restart from the beginning. So this is for the advanced control, like play, pause, and all stuffs. All right, let me get a video file for you so that I can show you a live demo. All right, let me copy the file for you guys. And just give me a minute. Let me share the VS Code. Okay, I have a video file, and I have a file. I have added recently a file. I have added a folder. Inside the folder, you can see there is a file name as animals.mp4. All right, Let me reload my browser and see if it is working or not. Let me reload it. Some issue happened. Let me check. All right. So what I did is just open my VS Code. All right. So how to do is open your click on your page. This is my page. Click right click and click open with live server. All right. Click here open with live server and your page will be loaded along with the live server. All right. Now next thing you need to do is, so this is how my page is loaded in the live server. This is my current video, and you can see while playing it, this video starts playing. All right, and now I also have all the controls like volume controls, full screen control, and you can see I can control it. Once it ends, you can see now the end, and again it starts from the very beginning. So this is the benefit of using loop. All right, are you guys clear? Yes, no? Are you guys clear? Just respond me in the chat. Yes, no? I want everyone to be active. So is it helpful for you? Like the did you find it interesting? Is it helpful for you guys? All right. So like post this class, if you guys are having any queries and if you want to connect with me, what you can do is you can connect with me over LinkedIn. All right. So and so let me share the link. So this is the link of my LinkedIn. Let me add to the web page, and you can use this link to connect with me. All right. And if you have any queries, just let me know by just connecting over with me on LinkedIn, or you can and let me know if you have any queries. All right. And the best thing is you have to complete all your assignments and submit it. You will be getting the certificates. You need to fill the attendance, all right, of today's class. And the more exciting, if you want to know more about HTML, CSS, and more of the stuffs, you can just join the PGP courses. The links are already shared in by Isha. You can see the PGP courses for like Python, Django is shared. The PGP courses for data science, the PGP courses for AI, ML, the all the PGP courses. Yeah. All the PGP courses link has been shared in the page. All right. If you have any queries regarding, you can also, there is a form for you to so that we can team from Let's Upgrade can resolve all your queries. All right. So I just want everyone to fill the form. If you have any queries, just respond back. And if you want to avail a discount, just don't forget you can use the coupon code as PREETISH to avail a discount. All right. The community link is also shared by Isha. You can join the community, and we can have an interaction with me there also. You can also connect with me directly in LinkedIn just by just by going through the link. You can also connect. So just I want everyone, if you right now try to go to the form, the form has been shared with you guys. All right. And you can just fill the form. If you have any queries, just respond back right there. If you have any queries, so that's for today's class, and I will see you soon. All right. Yes, you must have attended all the classes, and you must have shared your uh, like uh, You can see there is a link right here. You can use this link. All right, so that's it for today's. Chalo, good night, bye bye. Thank you.